To it. All right, go ahead.
What's going on, big dog? Yo, what's up, everybody, man? This is Sports Ball Podcast, man. I'm here with my brother, my guy, Big Game Tone. What's going on, Tone?
Man, what's going on, Big Game James? Man, I can't complain, good brother, man. Living a good life, man. Back in the States,
Back in the
ready to lock
States.
in. You know what I mean? Hey, good people. When we try, we're gonna tell y'all, right? We tried to have a special episode out the blue. You know what I'm saying? A little out the country vibe. I tried to give y'all a little bit. You feel me? But unfortunately, man, my sound quality was a little messed up. But we bigger and better. You feel me? It's a lot to talk about, big dog. How you been, man? I hear your hockey team going off, big dog.
Man, come on, man. Them Golden Knights are showing out. They up there
Okay,
winning people
shorty.
some money. I love me
Okay,
some Golden Knights right now, man. But your background right now is fucking hilarious, man. You see Wimby's
bruh,
face. You see my boy Wimby's face.
bruh. I'm a little hurt. I feel like Wimby right now, yo. I feel like my man Wimby, yo. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna let you feel me. Brown fan, Laker fan. You know what I'm saying? I wanted my Lakers to win. Ultimately, we didn't. Now I'm rooting. You feel me? For the Western Conference to kind of take it over. So I personally think that the Spurs gonna win. I know it's a lot of people who surround the city of Baltimore who don't believe that the Spurs have a chance. And I ain't gonna lie. If the Knicks win the championship, the whole East Coast better watch out. They're gonna be storming up and down the East Coast. So
Man, that whole 95 corridor is just going to be crazy, man.
man, they're gonna be all up and down the highway. The
Heck
Knicks
yeah,
win the
man.
championship.
Heck yeah, man. So, it's all just one game, but that one game was such a good game one. What did you take away from it? Or what was your biggest I guess what was your spot, or like who do you think is gonna win this series, and do you think that do you think that Carl Anthony Towns will be playing better than Wemby this season? I mean, this series.
To be honest, game one, he definitely played better than Wemby.
Mm,
Man, much respect to Carl Anthony Towns. Game one, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. Everybody believes that Cat has this package, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen him have a package, but we need him to just stay consistent, right? So like right now is the biggest time, it's the biggest moment. It's the NBA Finals. He's going against top five centers in the league. And honestly, he played better than him. It was good to see him, drive to the lane, not stay out there at that 3 point line because ultimately I feel like it's a lot of these centers. They sit back at the 3 point line when if they continue, continuously just go at the rim, you know, you'll be able to get the other team in foul trouble. Hopefully you can get the person who's gotten you in foul trouble. Things like that, get you some easy points at the foul line. So it's like, it was good to see, Cat take over. Man, I just feel like my guy Wimby got, just come back harder. Come back harder. You feel me? They play him extremely well. Um, you know, play physical with him. Wemby, you know, I feel like kind of got complacent out there at the 3 point line. And I just feel like he just needs to, bro, go downhill, bro. You 7'5".
7-5.
You 7'5".
Seven
Go
five, man.
downhill. Don't get complacent, bro. Come on, man. It's like a giraffe playing with a bunch of dogs, boy. Come on,
Mhm.
go
Yeah.
downhill, step on him. Don't get complacent out there at that 3 point line because ultimately, I if I'm the Knicks, I will continuously let him. If you want to take tough, mid range shots, 3 point shots, I'm fine with it. I'll live with it. Contest it from there. But if Wemby, isn't attacking the lane, And he is trying to focus on those tougher shots. If I'm the Knicks, I'll continuously let him. I feel like it's going to be a lot of changes that had to be made within the game one for both teams, honestly, because if you think about it, both teams had a lead, both teams lost the lead, you know. So it'll be things that I feel like these coaches will ultimately look into to make these changes in the game too. What you feel, big dog? How you feel, man?
I think it was just masterful, man, just from Cat. As far as just like he was just dispelling this notion that he's not a dog, right? And I think in some of his previous
I
places,
and respectfully, I don't mean to cut you off. Is that his doing though? Not gonna lie, Cat be out here wilding sometimes. We've all
mm,
seen these episodes with Cat, bro. Come on, man. You know how he be. He'll hit that high pitch, and then next thing you know, he'll meme all around New York. But I will say, it's good to see that he has some dog in him. My fault. Go ahead, big dog.
yeah, man, I think Cat is one of those ones, man, where it's kind of just like this, man. You see it with the Golden Knights right now, man. As far as just like we let go of our coach with like 9 games left in the season, man. And
Damn.
yeah, 9 games left in the season, and then we still wound up getting, straight to, the Stanley Cup final. And I just think sometimes, man, with certain people, like you got to be motivated, right? You
Mm-hmm.
really need really good coaching, man. And when I look at some of the players or just some of the coaches that he's been with, and now you see Mike Brown is the coach now, of the Knicks, and
Mm-hmm.
you just see you see them getting so much more out of him now. And I just feel like Cat has definitely he put that film out there of him going up there flopping, just doing too much. But then again, it's like a pandemic inside of the NBA where people always wanted to get calls, right?
Mm.
So I just thought that was funny that like people talked about OKC last series, but then that's literally the blueprint with most NBA superstars now, where
Right.
they are just begging for these calls, right?
Yep.
I feel like, man, Cat last night, man, and I got the box score up right here, man. It's just been something great, man. As far as just him, is him up there. He really didn't even have that good of a stat line, right? Plus minus was 14, which is always good, stuff like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
think I think the intensity. I think one of the reasons why San Antonio made it to the finals and not OKC is just because of their big man. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember when we did talk in Mexico, one of the things that we was talking about was just the first, or I think it was maybe like game one or game two with both of those series.
Yep.
And I remember us both talking about, the big man, like they have to play through the big man, right? And I think this is the series where Carl Cat is inside of Wimby's head the way that Wimby was inside of Chet's head for the
Yep.
last one. As far as just like, yo, some people they get intimidated by other people, you know what I mean? How, their size, whatever. I think some people just ain't scared, right?
Yep.
It's just like, hey, you know what? I'm here. I've maximized my talent. I've maximized my opportunity, and like this is my opportunity to really go up there and just show the world, why I should be here, right? But you also got to go up there and just look at, the surrounding members, and like I'm looking at the box score right now. If I'm looking at the starters, right, there was only one starter that didn't have a positive plus minus, and that was OG Ananobi
Mm.
last yesterday. But if
Mm-hmm.
you look at the Spurs starters, there's not one player that had a positive plus minus,
Yep.
right? There's only one player, Keldon Johnson. That was the only one that had a positive plus minus for the Spurs last night.
Can't win like that.
You can't win like that,
Can't
but
win like that.
if I'm a coach, right, and then this is my job, and I've heard so many, takes just about it and stuff like that. I've I have not heard one person talk about the plus minuses. I've not heard one person go up there and just really dive into it. Like if I'm a Spurs fan, I don't feel any type of way. Like
Mm-hmm.
I literally had nobody on my team with a positive plus minus, and we still won. I mean,
Right.
or we still could have
Had a
won that game,
chance. Still could have
right?
won that game.
Look at Josh Hart, right? Like this is one of the most craziest stat lines I think that I've ever seen, right? Bro had 3 points, he had 15 rebounds, he had 6 assists, he had 4 steals, and he had 1 block,
Mm.
right? And
Play the
his plus
game.
minus his plus minus was 22, right?
Damn.
So if you just look at it, man, the worst person on that team last night was Landry Shamet for the Knicks, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
worst person for the Spurs last night was Devin Vassell. So it's just one of those things, man. When I'm breaking it down and stuff like that, I feel like the Spurs will definitely adjust. I think
Yep.
Mitch Johnson, the Spurs coach, he did a coaching malpractice the same way that Kenny Atkinson did, with Cleveland. As
Yep.
far as just like I did not understand when the Knicks were playing the Cavs, and there were opportunities for the Cavs to go up there and take a timeout, readjust, and go up there and really get back inside of that game. But they didn't call any timeouts. I believe the Knicks went on like a 22 to like 2 run or some shit like that. It was just really excessive. Same thing for the Spurs last night. Your best player was a fucking rookie, and Dylan Harper. Like
Yep.
he was up there doing his thing and everything like that, and you only play him for like 3 minutes inside of the fourth, and he was the one man that had at that point the most points going into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like coaching malpractice with that, but if I'm a Spurs fan, man, there's still a lot of reason just to be optimistic.
Facts. Because if you think about it, how often will this happen? I don't believe, even though this is a very young team, I don't believe that this is going to. Um, I don't believe that this is what this team is about, and I doubt that it happens again. Just one of those games where just not in sync. Things not falling, shots not falling, mistakes are happening. I kind of feel like this game, honestly, this team kind of showed, you know, their youth. Really, they're a very young team, and I feel like if this team, was a tad bit more mature, or have a little bit more experience, right, that they would have been able to maintain the lead against the Knicks. But I feel like the Knicks had some vets, and that vets are, the main core of that team. This team, um, and the Spurs, they're very young. So these situations and these moments, you just kind of, can see how it's going. I'm interested to see how they bounce back game two. I doubt that plus or minus, will look like this for the entire team. I doubt it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
I doubt it, big dog.
Yeah,
Because it's
man.
one of them games, man. Nobody is hitting. Nobody is in sync. Um,
Yeah, man.
and the Knicks
Yeah,
took advantage. The experience and shit, man. You got Jalen Brunson. You know,
it's dog.
top. What is he? Top three in fourth quarter points.
Yeah, he's a dog.
So yeah, man, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how you know things change for game two. I
Yeah,
believe,
man. Look,
bro. I believe it's going. I personally believe. I believe it's going seven.
you think it's gonna go 7?
I think it's going to go seven, 6 or 7. I'm pushing for seven. Um, and I think the Spurs will win in seven.
And look, I could definitely
Clock.
see it, man. I could definitely see that. And when you just look at like the Spurs
So
team,
that
man, like they're
ticketing,
so fucking young. They're young, bro.
they are.
They're
They
so
are. They've
young,
made it
man.
this far, yo. They've made it this far. It's definitely good to see. We gonna see. It's some. I hear some. Cause I tap into a lot of different podcasts. So I hear some NBA players thinking the Spurs. Excuse me. The Knicks experience is gonna lead them into the victory for the championship. I hear other NBA vets and retired players talk about how uh the Knicks are very talented across the board, and they have shooters. But the one thing that they don't have is Wemby. So I feel like Wemby is gonna is he has to be able to ultimately take this series over. They the Spurs either win or lose on this back.
Yeah, I agree, man. And yeah, and Wimby we trust and everything like that. So I definitely want to go and pose this question to you. Um, which bench player, which bench player do you think will have the biggest impact this series?
Mm, where's the bench player?
Because when I'm looking at it right now, man, I see Josh Hart, man. You still got with Dylan Harper right there. You can still got Keldon Johnson, Landry
Man,
Sammet.
Landry Shamet,
That motherfucker can hit some threes, man.
man, stepping his game up tremendously.
Man,
It's good to see.
he's
It's
a
good to
beast,
see.
man.
It's definitely good to see. I personally think, as we've seen, bro, I'll throw Landry Shamet in the hat, and I'll also throw. Not gonna lie, man. Like might throw either Dylan Harper or Keldon Johnson. Like ultimately Dylan Harper had a productive game. So him kind of stepping up. Just to be honest, like man, like it's like this team. Sometimes it's kind of tough to watch because the inexperience you can just see in the plays and the things that happen throughout the game. Like Devin Vassell, just I feel like he's one of those key components if he's not turning the ball over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like turnovers is a major key, and ultimately, why the Spurs wasn't able to capitalize when they were winning and let go of the lead and lost.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one, man. And like, when I'm just looking at both of these rosters, right? And I think one of the stat that really stands out to me is assist to turnover ratio.
Hmm.
And what I really like about this New York Knicks team is just that you have like a lot of their players, man, where like their assist to turnover ratio is above two.
Mm.
I think granted, your centers, their assist to turnover ratios are always going to be, lower than like your guards and your forwards, right?
Yeah.
But the player that I would probably look at that probably could have the biggest impact off of the bench is somebody like Miles McBride.
Mm.
Feel like when Miles McBride gets inside of there, like New York love him. He's just a 3-point shooter. He's a young dog, man. Once he get out there, he just brings energy.
Yeah.
He brings that energy. Who else is another one? Jose Alvarado is another one, man. That's a
Definitely,
dog. That's
definitely,
a
dog.
dog. You know what I mean? That's a honey badger right there, man. Where
Definitely,
you
dog.
know you definitely don't want to go and like I would not want full court press with him guarding me doing that. And I feel like he's one of those ones too. He's scrappy. I feel like they just got like a lot of scrappy guards, man. So
They do.
uh, that would be my first pick. Would definitely be Miles McBride. But the same way, like you was just saying, San Antonio. I do feel like somebody like Keldon Johnson. He can definitely come back and have a better game. So
They
I
can.
think he went 1 of 4. So it's not like he really put up a lot of points and stuff like that. He only had eight
Like
minutes out
eight
there.
minutes.
It was only 8 minutes out there, so it was definitely a concerted effort from Mitch Johnson just to go up there and to play other people. But it's
Yeah.
going to be really, really interesting just to go and see, how those time allotments start to change with like the different matchups and with like the different adjustments. So yeah, man, I would put my money either on Miles or on Keldon Johnson, man. So
You wanna know what, yo? I'm gonna go out there on a limb and I'm gonna say Harrison Barnes, yo. I'm a throw. I'm gonna throw. You feel me, Harrison Barnes as the player who I now. This is just me personally. I'm hoping that he takes off because I've been hearing a lot of you know and NBA vets kind of throw slander on his name. Pretty much stating that Harrison Barnes is an NBA champion. One of the key pieces to that team, and just to kind of see him have these had these minutes and not be productive as a lot of the vets were kind of talking about how other players might be better off with his minutes. So I personally hope that he hears these things. You feel me? Harrison Barnes, my guy, we rooting for you. I feel like you gonna be ultimately one of the players that's coming out the bench that's going to make a change. But I feel like it just takes one or two extra players. It takes your main guys to ultimately do that thing, and you need a few players coming out the bench to just stay solid. And that person might be that person might change every game. It might be this person coming up the bench one game, this person coming out the bench the next game. Ultimately, you know, whatever that we need to win. But I'm hoping my man Harrison Barnes, take off because they were saying that last series, I think he maybe averaged maybe 5 points. It's like if we give you these minutes, and this is like not like a low caliber player. At a certain point in time, Harrison Barnes was a very solid, NBA player. So, is I feel like that's going to be my pick as far as just one of those players who just has one game. I'm just hoping my man Harrison Barnes get one game. Go
yeah,
back to those Golden State days.
he's definitely prime for it, man. He's still a dog, man. He's still a beast.
Definitely.
Heck yeah, man. So Steph Curry's new shoe deal. We definitely got to go and touch on that, man. So I know that you have some opinions about it, so I definitely want to hear, what you got to say about it.
I I'm just interested as far as like I want to know what his deal because I'm sure that the bigger brands had to at least try to sign him. The Nikes, the Under Armours, you know. I mean, it's a lot of players now. I mean, New Balance. It's a variety of different brands out here. Um, as we continuously, grow. Back in the day, you might only had Converse, Nike. Now it's a plethora of different brands. So it was interesting to see Steph Curry sign with, uh, you know, a team, a brand, in the Asian market. But ultimately, when they broke everything down, of course they gave him a crazy bag. God damn, they gave him a crazy bag. I specifically forgot how much money he got in it, but also what they also did was pretty much told Steph Curry, and Steph Curry worked it out in his deal where he can sign players under his bridge. So I'm kind of interested to know. I just want to know what Nike and these other brands offer him because it might have been some good money, but it might have been you can't sign. We don't want it to have anybody under your bridge, and for you to be able to have that ownership and yourself to be able to have your brand and sign people underneath your brand to ultimately build, yourself and the brand. So I guess Nike, man, they don't want to hand out that Jordan bag too many times.
Yeah, I think Steph Curry is one of those ones who doesn't forget stuff, and I think he never forgot how Nike treated him before with some of those
Hmm.
deals and how they slighted him. So now he just getting the bag somewhere else.
Yep, yep, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. He like, hey, fuck it. I'm gonna go where they gave me they probably gave him the most bread and probably the most ownership.
Yeah, man, and I think this is one of those type of things where it's just that I think Steph Curry's footprint is bigger than other superstars.
Hmm. That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
Um,
One of the good things just about Steph Curry too, man, it's just that he's so marketable.
yep,
So, man, you know what I mean? And I've seen him on social media during the off season going to China, and they still love him over there the same way that they love Marbury.
yep. And that's one of those markets, bro. Yo, if you get a good background and a good following in that market, bro, you'll be eating for the rest of your life. It's fucking 500 billion people over there in Asia. The number a little exaggerated, but y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. So even if you get 5%, that's a nice amount of people. That's a nice following right there. Yo, his deal, 10 years, 400 million plus. Off a shoe deal. Off a shoe deal. Hey, La Ning. That sound like a girl at an Asian market. My man Steph Curry signed the La Ning shoe deal. Okay. Hey, La Ning, y'all hiring, shorty. Let me know. Y'all giving out 400 mil. Shit. Let me know.
About to get back into it. Yeah, man. Yeah, Steph with that one, man. I feel like Lanin sounds like one of those brands. It kind of feels like Nike. It may not even be like the top brand, over there. But like you said, man, there's so many people over there. 500 million. It's billions of people over there, dog. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And his footprint is different. His wife's footprint is different. They will probably be able just to go up there and to capitalize and to do things that would just be crazy. Like, yeah, man, that's such a great idea, and honestly, he could possibly do exactly what Stephon Marbury did with them Starberry shoes,
Yep.
and be able just to hit that on such a bigger level. He might be even bigger than Jordan with the shoes if he goes out there and he does it the right way with
Yep.
Lanin.
Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. Cause the thing about it is the the more time they spend over there, they're not used to seeing NBA stars. Shit, I'm not. I seen fucking Nicholas Batum, bro. I'm in San Diego at the mall, little mall shopping. You feel me? I see a motherfucker six. I don't know how tall Nicholas Batum is. Fucking 6'6", walking past the store. I said, "Who the fuck is that?" I look outside. It's fucking Nicholas Batum. Now, mind you, maybe not too many people. You got to really watch the NBA for you to know who Nicholas Batum is. You know what I'm saying? He's not, the LeBron James and everybody gonna see him and know him. You feel me? Type. If you watch the league, then you know about Nicholas Batum. But I seen him. I said, "Hey, yo, I'm trying to get a picture, Nicholas Batum. What's up, bro?" He's like, "Oh yeah, man, I got you." Straight, we straight took a picture. I was starstruck. So imagine a motherfucker in China who their chances of seeing a superstar like that is rare. You know what I'm saying? So them lines trying to get into those events, if he, continuously build a brand over there, man, it should probably be longest North Avenue.
Tooth, if that
Like
though.
that's how many people they got over there. So
Man,
yeah,
that's a lot.
man, it's definitely it's gonna be. I'm happy for him. Any black man out here getting to the bag, man. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, man. I just need them shoes just to look a little bit different than like his little Under Armour shoes, cause them Under Armour shoes look like them little golfing, them little Sketcher ass shoes back in the day.
Hmm.
So it's definitely going to be interesting just to see how much more creative freedom that he'll have, and hopefully, his
That's a
shoe will
fact.
go out there and just do his thing. And I feel like this, man, like that playbook of getting your own shoe, and it must feel good, right? Just to start off, right?
Hmm.
But that must be something like you're Steph Curry, right? You've already changed the game, right? So do I go down the same path that everybody else does by just going to Nike,
Yep.
going to Adidas, going to Under Armour, or like do I really, really change the game that like I changed basketball already, So like shit, I'm about to change the game again and just go up there and get some of this other foreign money. And for me, it feels like a lot different than like it feels a lot different. Steph Curry going to like some of these Asian markets compared to like what golf did with LIV golf, going and get like some of that Arab Middle Eastern money like that. I
Hmm.
just feel like where that money comes from is just a lot different. But I could talk about that shit all day, man. I definitely want to talk about some football though, man, and just everything going on, man. Like free agency and shit like that. Like most definitely, man. Miles Garrett leaving the AFC North,
Oh
coming
my
over
God.
to the
Round of
West
applause to
Side.
that.
Man.
Round
That's
of
great for him.
applause to that.
That's great for him. That's great for
Yeah.
him. What was
Nah,
your
for
first?
real.
What was your first? I guess reaction just to all that.
Man, when I sit back and look at it, man, it's like one of those great competitors in the conference, excuse me, in the division that is like, he was one of those players, unfortunately, on a bad team that you knew was a star. Uh, you ever play a team that like they got like one or two like nice ass players, but the team sorry as shit. So you already know it's like,
Yeah, Western
damn.
Tech baseball.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, hey, it's all good. So you tried your hardest, champ. You tried your hardest, man. I
it's like
mean, nah, but it's like that, man. So it's like, I'm happy to see him finally on a competitive team, on a team that's playing for something. Man, the fucking Rams, bro, they are on to something. They are on to something. Ultimately, when the Browns had to make the decision, they like we gotta get, at least a solid player back for Miles Garrett as well as some good draft picks. Um, Ultimately, I mean, I feel like, you know, uh, the player they got back in verse, is, a few years younger than Miles Garrett. I mean, ultimately, he's going to get a bag too. Verse. So, I mean, either way, they was going to have to pay the bag. I just feel like they might have not wanted to pay the full bag at this moment, especially for a team that who knows what they're going to, look into. Excuse me, look, next year, when it comes to the season, man. You never know with Cleveland. Like, they don't even know. They fucking just trying shit over there. So, they like, well, we might as well just get rid of him, try to get as many good draft picks as we can and another solid player. So I feel like, it was definitely a good exchange. I know Miles Garrett playing with an official quarterback, an official offense, a team that can get a lead, maintain the lead, and now the opposing team's offense is trying to throw the ball, and Miles Garrett just want to hunt. The Rams might be, this might be, man. And the Super Bowl is in LA next year, from what I believe.
Yep. Yep. So the rich just got richer, man.
Man, LA about to be fucking crazy.
It's about to pop off, yeah.
What you
Yeah, man.
feel,
It's
big
definitely
dog? How you feel, man? I'm happy his ass out the fucking division though, regardless, because that was the one
tough.
thing. I mean, respectfully, I always felt confident us playing the Browns, but I knew that Miles Garrett is one of them players, bro. You never like he can change a game literally, as we've seen this past season. NFL record holder for sacks.
Hmm.
We've seen him change games. I mean, unfortunately, this team the offense ain't getting too much help, but yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Like, my first initial reaction just to that was just, yeah, yeah. The Rams, they understand what it means just to always want to get better. They're just like, hey, I understand what is the, you know, what are the guidelines. I understand, what I can and can't do, but there's no reason why I can't try, right?
Right.
And I think another thing that I really took away from that is just, you never can really get away from like your home, from like your hometown, right? And the reason why I
Mhm.
say that is just that Jared Verse is from Dayton, Ohio,
Right.
right? So like somebody on the Browns was just like, yo, this dude is from this area and shit like that. We need to go and bring him back home
Let's at
and
least bring
like
him back.
bring him back. He's already a beast. We don't have to go up there and pay him as much as we were paying Miles, and he's a
Hmm.
hometown kid too. So I just thought that A, they were doing their homework on him for a while. B, that contract extension that they did last year or like 2 years ago, just for Miles
Hmm.
Garrett, was all in preparation just to go and move him. So they knew that they was going to make him the highest paid, and it just happened that he broke the NFL sack record.
Yep.
And then after that, he was able just to go and to they had so much more leverage. There's more leverage than what the Raiders had with Max Crosby. You feel me? Because
Hmm.
like I feel like that Rams team already knew what they were. They already know their identity, right? So you just add on somebody like that to a team that already has an identity, the
Yep.
same way how the Eagles added on AJ Brown when he first got there, and just it just took off just because they already had an identity. The Browns don't have an identity, only
Right.
defensively, and it's going to be really, really interesting just to see, you know, what Jared versus will do. Just because I think that he will be excellent. That quarterback situation is still
Still
so
crazy.
crazy. Like the fact that Deshaun Watson will probably be QB1 going into the season. For
Right.
me, that's no better than like Aaron Rodgers being a quarterback, just because that body of work has diminished so much,
Yep.
and I'm just happy for him. Definitely get him out of the AFC North. Definitely that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, you know, you see a fucking Ferrari, man. You don't want to see that motherfucking Ferrari driving on like a dirt road. I
You
want to see
don't.
that motherfucking Ferrari driving on the fucking Autobahn. I want to see it somewhere nice, Miami. I want to see that motherfucking Ferrari come down fucking Las Vegas Strip. You
Yep.
going past all of the casinos, all of the
Yep.
fucking waterfalls and shit like that. That's where you do. That's where you belong to be.
That's a
So
fact.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
fact.
man.
Now he in the Hollywood Hills.
He in the Hollywood Hills with his girlfriend is a Olympic skier or something like that,
Jeez.
Olympic snowboarder or something like that.
Damn.
So like, yeah, man. Look,
Okay, Miles.
this this guy already knows,
Keep
man.
hope
And like you
alive,
said,
brother. Keep
like you
hope
said,
alive, brother.
he's in the right place, man. And the possibility of bringing back Aaron Donald, is something. So
Another
let me ask
crazy
you that:
thing.
do you think that Aaron Donald is really coming back, or is he just testing the waters? Just want to go up there and just put something out there just to see how people would react to it.
I think personally, if his mind is in it, he'll do it. If his mind is not in it, which is ultimately which you know, the reason why he retired because of that drive. Uh, he, bro. Sometimes you just kind of get to a point where you don't have that drive.
Hmm?
It's just sometimes it might leave, and then sometimes you might be sitting on the sideline. It's just like getting hurt. Like man, sometimes you sitting on the side like, man, I can't wait to get out there. And then
Mhm.
sometimes it might be, well, I mean, I'm chilling. I'm getting my, let's just say you got a foot injury. You kick back, getting your foot massage. You chilling, feet kicked up. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's what Aaron Donald, that's what he in right now. In retirement, feet kicked up, getting massage doing, chilling, while also staying ready. So as we know, he's ready physically. It's the mental aspect as far as is he mentally ready for that life, man,
Hell yeah, he is. Hell
bruh.
yeah. Cause see, here's the thing too, man. Like they got so much money, man, that like there's no way in hell that you're gonna tell me that somebody that's like him, stays inside of the place where he works at, if it's that place. Like I know, man, if I was stationed out in Iowa somewhere, right? And like we do good stuff there, but I have enough money to go to fucking Tampa Bay. I got enough money to go to Mexico, to go to Thailand and just chill there, do
Right.
everything that I need to do without having to deal with the cold, without having to deal with like traveling and shit like that. Like my people are from South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
A little small ass town in South Carolina, right?
What's it called, yo?
It's called Fairfield County, South Carolina, right? So
Okay. That
uh,
field.
yep. They from a little place down there and shit like that. But like the population is like maybe 2,000 and shit
Mm,
like that. But I'm not trying to compare that place to like Cleveland. But as far as just like, yo, I go down there and I'll chill. But like when it's time to go, like I want to go somewhere else. Like this is why Vegas for me feels the way that it does. Of just
right.
like you can stay inside of a certain place, man, and like you're good. And then once you get to like another place, you just like, yo, what the fuck? Like I feel encouraged.
Yeah.
I feel motivated. I feel like, hey, you know what? I don't have to go through all these type of situations. I ain't got to go and deal with like one thing, man. Dealing in California has to be a lot different than like dealing in Ohio, as far as just like nobody nobody cares the same way. Of just
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, if you're inside of a place where like that is the only thing that's going on, everybody is up in your business, right?
Right.
It's like that here in Las Vegas. Like nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about what you do because like they up there doing some special shit too. So like why would they give a fuck? So like he's just gonna be another guy out here,
Right.
which probably is so I guess relaxing for him
Mm-hmm.
because what he went to Texas A&M. Texas is still country as hell too. So he went to fucking Cleveland. He's been in there. Cleveland is still country as a motherfucker too. So now you're gonna come out here to fucking LA. You're gonna come to the West Coast, and then you're gonna have to compete with Hollywood people. You got to compete with billionaires, millionaires, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna be up there like, oh, you do this? Okay,
Right.
well, we still love our Hollywood stars and shit like that. Like,
Right.
you just be a regular guy.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. I mean, bro, yo, it's crazy, bro. It's two totally different lives. It's like Cleveland to LA, bro. You can wake up, get a workout on the beach. Like I know, bro, he over there, like just man,
I could just go to Calabasas and shit like that. Like,
like
I don't have to
God
go.
damn.
Yo, so like, if I'm in Cleveland, right? I'm thinking like, all right, what do I do for fun when I'm in Cleveland?
Right,
Right? So
right,
like as
right,
far as even just traveling too, I'm just like, all right, I want to take like 2 or 3 hours and shit like that. Like, where do I go? Like fucking Cincinnati?
right,
Yo,
right.
like,
It's crazy, bro.
what the fuck am I gonna do in fucking Ohio? But you can
It's
come to LA,
crazy.
you
Right.
go to fucking San Bernardino, you can drive down to fucking what? San Francisco, San
Mm-hmm.
Diego. Man, you got so much options, bro.
Man, crazy
Come on,
options.
man.
Crazy options. And
Fuck
it's
yeah.
crazy, man. I was, just kind of watching, just kind of watch, uh, you know, Jared Verse, interview as far as like, how he felt afterwards, and ultimately he felt. I mean, just imagine how he feels.
Right.
You go from LA to Cleveland. Now it's like, all right, I'm from here, but it's like, bro, that's like me going from fucking LA to Baltimore. Motherfucker, I'm from Baltimore. But you think I ain't going to hop and skip my ass over there?
Fucked up.
Or if I was over there and had to come back, man,
Can you imagine that shit after in the off season?
everybody say a prayer for Jared Bruce. My fault. What was you about to say, big dog? My
No,
man,
for real.
mental
Say
health
it
ain't right. My
right.
man, mental health.
Say a prayer for him just because, like, yo, that was after the fucking draft. That was after the beginning of free agency, right? So can you imagine just like, yo, your guard is down, you got OTAs and shit like that. I came
Yep.
to voluntary OTAs and y'all still was just like, nah,
The business.
let's put him inside of the trade thing. And like shit like this, okay, they just had the owners meeting maybe like a month ago,
Okay.
right? They had the owners meeting a month or two ago, but like the GMs go there. It's just a lot of time for them to go in that work, just because that's when um, that whole Mike Vrabel and Rossini stuff started to come
Oh
out, right?
man. Yep.
Right. So that stuff started to come out. So I feel like a lot of those things start to happen right then and there. So um, they probably had conversations like this going on for like the entire summer. So the fact that they probably or just like the entire spring. So the fact that it just popped up like that, I would feel some type of way just because I know that like stuff like this just doesn't happen. They
Yeah.
probably had so many different conversations with it back and forth. Wow, Coach McVay is probably saying like, "Hey, Jared, you're going to be our main person right there. You're going to be our dog.
Our guy.
You might actually get Defensive Player of the Year
You're gonna
this year."
do
I
it
can
this
I can
year.
hear his little I can hear his little fucking voice
Right.
talking like that to him, just for him just to go and say like, "Hey, buddy, it's unfortunate, but like." We wanted somebody better than you, but like, yo, we always love you. Like, you can't trust
Mm-hmm.
nobody like fucking McVay.
It's a
Like, you saw
business,
the way that he
man.
did that shit to Jared Goff. Like,
Right.
the motherfucker at his own wedding, and we're still just like, yo, we have to ship you to fucking Detroit.
It's a dirty game, man. Man,
That's
that business is dirty, bro. They get down and dirty. Like nothing. You can't put it past anybody to get traded. Respectfully, anybody.
yeah, man. It's just wild. And then just to end it, man. You see somebody like Brandon Ayuk, and just all that stuff just out there, and
Man, CTE
uh,
is real, bro. CTE is real, bro. I see AB all in his comments. I'm like, please don't let them two get together.
oh, that would
Brandon
be
Ayuk
instant
and
comedy.
Antonio Browns.
Instant comedy, though.
Man,
Instant comedy. You need to put Le'Veon Bell inside of that. Put all three
oh
of them
my
motherfuckers right
gosh,
there.
man,
Can you imagine all three of
man,
them motherfuckers just talking about how the league just fucked them over?
man. Them motherfuckers, bro. They'll buy three monster trucks and get to racing it on the highway just cause,
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it,
man.
man. And I think it's like this too, man. Of just like I don't know what it is about like trying to go and um just look cool, right? Just because I remember
Mm-hmm.
seeing the video and um basically you voided your own $1 million contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not making that bag. Then you try to drive past it like a really salty ass kid that just went past something. And it's just like, yo, you are so inspirational just because he went to the University of South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, yo, that's where my people are from. Right. So like I've seen Brandon Ayuk, I've seen Debo Samuel, I saw what um Lattimore.
Mm.
Who's another one too? Jadeveon Clowney as well too. So you have so many different players that I've seen. He was one of those ones of just like, yo. for like a few years, the Gamecocks really had like a lock on like some of these wide receivers that were coming out, and they were like really, really dominant wide receivers.
Yep.
He was probably he is probably the last really dominant South Carolina wide receiver that has come out and has really been successful, right?
Right.
So just seeing that, of just seeing his arc of just like, yo, you play that fucking South Carolina. I don't care what anybody said. Like South Carolina will always be the little brother inside of the fucking SEC, right?
Hmm.
They always been little bro. They will probably always will be little bro. But the fact that it came out, you playing for the 49ers and you are contributing the way
Right.
that you have been. So yeah, man, I feel for him. And like you said, CTE is a real thing, and you never want to go and put anything on people, but yeah, it makes you
Man,
want
man, he got to lock in, man.
to.
It's like, bro, you literally had one of the greatest opportunities in your hand. Only thing you had to do is just go out there, do your job, compete, be
That's it.
be be an NFL player,
That's it.
work out, practice, be on time for meetings, live a fucking life. I keep
Real
saying
shit.
that people out in this comments from the Commanders talking about that's my wide receiver too. I'm like, I don't know if I would want that headache.
No,
Sometimes, bro, it's like yo, certain players are great and very talented, but it's like, do you want to deal with the headache? You
no.
know what I'm saying? It's like like you have everything that you need. He has everything that he needs.
Yeah,
Only thing you got to do is go. Like,
that's it.
and unfortunately, who knows what's going on with it? So it's like, I mean, God damn, man.
Yeah, man. It's just
It's like,
unfortunate.
God damn, man.
Yeah, man.
It's
It's
like,
definitely
bro, it's like he like a Lamborghini with a Fiat engine. It's like, come on, man.
not the Fiat. You pulled the
Like,
Fiat.
yo, come on, yo. Like, it look good, but that motherfucker don't drive, all right. Like, who wants to deal with the headache? So yeah,
Yeah,
man, we
man.
gonna see. We definitely
Yeah,
gonna see, man. That motherfucker, man. It's like shit.
yeah. It's unfortunate.
You ever see that like a fine ass girl be like, damn, she fine as shit. And like the motherfucker who dealing with it might be like, yo, this motherfucker is a nuisance, yo. Like this motherfucker get on my nerves. This motherfucker a headache.
Hmm.
Like like even
Yeah,
though it looked good, who wants to deal with the headache? And that's the same thing that these NFL teams are like thinking. It's like, yo, we know he's a great when he's on the field, he's a very talented player. Um, you know, could possibly, be top five, top 10 wide receivers in the league, if he applies himself. But it's like, do I feel like dealing with the off the field nonsense? Ah, it's
yeah.
like, mm, do I feel like so it's like, you know, I mean, he just got to get himself together.
That's it.
Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does, man. Hopefully he does.
Yeah, man. I'm pulling for him, man. I'm definitely pulling for him, but you never really know, man. And sometimes you only just get that opportunity once, twice, man. So
Hmm.
hopefully, man, this isn't the last time that we see somebody as great as Brandon Ayuk, man. And yeah, man, I feel like this season has so many different storylines, and I can't wait just to go and just break down a lot more stuff too, just because, I've been looking at a lot of different things. I have a lot of different questions, so yeah, man, hopefully, coming up on some of these other podcasts, we can really go through, looking at like second year QBs. We can go up there and look at, some of the betting numbers, some of the divisional odds right now of,
Yep.
some of these books and stuff like that. So, our listeners and definitely my pockets can go up there and, get some more money, more
Yes,
savings.
sir. Yes, sir.
So,
We throwing them lays in.
That's it, man. That's it, man. So yeah, man. Look, I feel like we touched on so many different things, man, and there's still so much more stuff to talk about. Stuff like who's going to get traded in the NBA, this coming off season, or what top notch free agents are finally going to start signing soon. So I feel like this whole sports landscape, man, is still coming together. World Cup is coming in a few weeks as well too. So
Man,
I really don't dive much into it, but it's going to be really, really
it's just
interesting
gonna be
just to see.
crazy.
It's going to be crazy, man. So I know I may try to go down to LA or one of these other places, and not even try to get into like no games, but like go to like a few
It's
watch
vibe in the
parties.
city. Yeah, vibe in
Yeah,
the
man, like,
city.
I'm definitely going to do that shit out here. They got stadium swim at one of our casinos called Circa, and
Okay.
it's like a big ass, multi-faceted pool, but they have like all the sports games and shit right
I
there. So
seen that.
right, so I've been up there a few times, dog, and it's awesome. So you watching the
Okay.
game. They got a little hot tubs right there. They got the little cabanas right there. You can go get some food and shit like that too. So you just having a good
Damn.
time. You drinking and shit like that. You
Man,
got
let me
enough
come
people,
out Vegas, man. Watch some
bro,
games, man.
bro. You get
Sit
enough
back
people
at
out
the
there, man.
pool.
Get enough people out there, dog. You get yourself a fucking cabana, man. And plus, then once people see you having a good time, they want to come over there and have a good time.
Yeah,
You never know who you can meet, bro.
that's
So
a fact.
it's just fun, man. So I can't wait. And I can't wait. Hopefully, my Golden Knights can keep on playing too, so that one of these days I can go up there and just watch them. So if they motherfucking win and I'm at that fucking stadium swim, that shit is going to be
Man, shit gonna be
fucking big.
crazy, man. You definitely got to take
Yeah.
some pictures, big dog. Take some videos, send them to my line, man, so I can see,
Hell
so I can
yeah.
feel like I'm in there.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, man. But yo, man, I appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate everybody, that's locking in with us, man. Um, Follow us on all of those different, social media platforms and stuff like that. But definitely, man, I can't wait just to go and just get really back into, this NFL thing too. Baseball is still ending. So yeah, man, we definitely still have a lot more to talk about, big dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking forward to it, big dog.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So I'm going to I'm going to sign off right now, man. But appreciate everybody locking in with us, man. Definitely go and just follow us. And
Appreciate y'all.
heck yeah, man. We're gonna go up there and get at y'all later.